One of my favourite people. It was his birthday over the weekend. Please put your hands together for Mr. Peter John Byrnes.
Give it up for Amber. Yes, it was my birthday. And I can see you're all really thrilled about that. I turned 44. You don't know. You see, that's not... All that means is that I didn't die. And it's a terrible age. It's awful. The only thing worse than turning 44 is not turning 44. The alternative, I'll take the 44. But what it means is, like, I live here now, right? Like when you're 40 or you're 41, it's like you moved here, but you're really from Boston, or you're really from Austin, Texas. You're just visiting your 40s. But 44, you fucking live here, and you're gonna live here until you start visiting your 50s, and that's even worse. I like a chocolate cake on my birthday, because I think that my cake should be in mourning as well. So, these are stupid things you do, by the way, when you're 44. But the first stupid thing I did was I watched Jaws with my kids on my birthday, which was bad, because then I looked up how old Roy Scheider was, and he was 42, so that sucked. And then, yeah, right, exactly, you're like, oh, really? Really? Because and then I looked up how old Robert Shaw was in Jaws, and he was 48, so that's where I am now. And, by the way, Robert Shaw was dead when he was 51, so, like, that's close, right? That's a little too close for comfort for me. And, of course, the only reason I watch Jaws is to work on my Quint impression, which I fucked up this year because I watched a whole bunch of Christopher Walken movies before, so now I can do the speech, but only, like, as Christopher... A shark's eyes are black and lifeless, like a doll's eyes. See, totally, I've got it all wrong now. That's what happens. So, yeah, I watched that. That was a terrible, terrible idea. And then the other thing I realized recently at this age is that you found yourself living with possessions for a really long time that you hate. And I realized this when my kids went out. My kids go off every year for 3 weeks to spend with their grandparents. 3 sets of grandparents, 3 weeks, fine, it works out. The grandparents are happy, the kids are happy, and I miss them eventually. So that's all good, right? Eventually I go, hey, who's the guy that used to give me my beer? Oh, right, yeah, he should come back, because I kind of miss having him around. So one of the things they did was they went, my mother and my stepfather took them downtown to a fancy hotel, because... you know, they're doing all right. And the kids got fluffy bathrobes from the hotel. And my son went ape for his. The boy, like, started looking like a little red-haired freckled Hugh Hefner, because he would come home and actually change into the robe, and he would just lounge about. Like, all he needed was a snifter of brandy. I have 2 bathrobes, and they suck. And I've had them for years, and they've always been terrible. But they're bathrobes, they don't wear out. So then you find yourself living with a bathrobe you hate. So I got a bathrobe for my birthday. Thank you very much, Coles. We'll see you next week.
Peter John Byrnes, everybody, give him a round of applause. How we doing?